Right. Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well, and salutations to that came around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. A lot of people like to ask the question why it is all white people who have to go into slavery and not just some. You understand? Some might debate the fact and say that that we should forgive them for what they do, which is rubbish. According to the scriptures, the Most High say that they'll have to pay for what it is they do. But then some might want to say why it is all have to go into slavery and not just the ones who did actually do the crime. It says this is Isaiah 14 verse 21. It say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So just like with Israel, when a man of Israel create transgression, the Most High will visit his iniquity down to the third or fourth generation. So even through generation, a man of Israel can even say to himself that he will get away from what it is he do. If you do foolishness now, if the Most High permit that you come back 3 to 4 generations after, you'll still have to pay for that. And it had many generations pass since Esau was afflicting Jake. You understand? This going back hundreds of years now. That many times these same Esau that here now was here in the past afflicting us the same way. And when they come back here, they're afflicting us again. So at some point in time, all of them that had a part to play in afflicting us. So it's not just about the ones that pass. The ones that here used to afflict us in the past. The ones that were here, the second cycle was afflicting us in the past, going straight back to the point where they actually started to have us in slavery. All of them had some part to play. Even if it was not a serious note, they still profited off of our affliction, and that is afflicting us. Because I know not one time in history any person of Esau descent say, you know what, I must stop afflicting this Jake. All of them prospered off of it. The scripture's going again. I'll go to the Obadiah. Obadiah 1. I'll start from I'll start from 10, right? It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Now this is what the Most High said is going to happen to all of Esau. Now as you can see who it is talking about, because it said thy brother Jacob. And when Isaac made his two sons, it had Jacob and Esau. So it had no way of confusing that. It said, for thy violence against thy brother Esau, sorry, slack here. It said, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So we know who we talking about through the Spirit. Is the nation of Esau, which is today the so-called white man. It say, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, the foreigners entered into his gate and cast lots upon Jerusalem, right? And you'll see this is something that happened back in 70 AD. You understand, when they besieged Jerusalem and they kill off a lot of them and carry them captives. Carry the survivors captives. They're even like our people back in Jerusalem today. Them fools from, I think it's GOCC, who does go back into that place. They just even had to stay on the outskirts in tents. You understand? They don't even want our people back in that city. It's in the day that thou stoodest. So okay, I read this already. Yeah, even and cast lots upon Jerusalem. And I read it over. Verse 11 is saying, the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them, because this is something that they did to us. You understand? You see, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. You see, at the children of Judah, because back in that time, it was mostly Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which was classed as Judah or the Jews at that time when they went and besieged Jerusalem. I'll stop at what, 12? And I remember the scripture I was going and pull. Zechariah 2. I'll start from 7 and say, Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughters of Babylon. Right? Because we dwell in the daughters of Babylon right now. Or the scriptures refer to them as Mystery Babylon. They say, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. And that is what it is they did. They touched the apple of the Most High's eye. They spoiled our people. They take them out of the place, kill them, rape them, spoil them by teaching them new beliefs and philosophies, and taking away the ordinance away from us and how we were supposed to be. It's like how the scriptures talk about being discontinued from the heritage. They took all of that away from us. Alright? Alright, go back to Obadiah 1, verse 13 and say, Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people, so the Most High say, my people, in the day of their calamity, yea. Thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. They lay hands on us, and they took our substance, they took our land, they took our riches, they took the holy things of the Most High's priesthood, similar like to what had happened in Daniel with Nebuchadnezzar's grandson. You understand? They took once again the holy vessels of the Most High was taken away from us, and all the riches. Verse 14 it says, Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. Because even the ones who was there, who fight, they kill them. The ones who survive, they take them hostage. The ones who escape, they chase behind them and sell them as slaves, or took them as slaves for themselves. You understand? So they afflict we people 360 all the way around. Even if one or two might remain and get a hide in the bush, when they did make children, at some point their children was even afflicted, whether it be by the civilization they was living in, or however. They afflict we people constantly right through. Verse 15 it says, For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And there's something they even repeat in Revelation. It says, Rewarder she has rewarded thee, and double. You understand? They go in and actually face the same thing that happened to us, that they did to us. When the Messiah returns, he's going to come just like how they came into Jerusalem, besieged it, kill, and whoever did remain had them as slaves. When the Messiah returns, he's going to come, besiege their whole kingdom, and whoever remain, they are going to be slaves. Same way, just worse. It say, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Because as the scriptures talk about, it say Babylon that cause all to drink as she wine of fornication. All of them that helped Babylon and had a part to play in the things that Babylon did to us. So the same way Esau going to have to pay for what they do, for helping the other nations will have to pay for what they do also. You understand? It say, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So all our things we're going to get back. We're going to get back everything that did belong to us, and even things that belong to the heathen we're going to get also. You understand? Because the scriptures say the world was created for Israel, for Israel's sake. So everything going to belong to Israel. The heathens go get back the possession of the land and so forth after the silver time of slavery, but they would never be like Israel. See verse 18, it say, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. Do you understand? Going and destroy them. First 1,000 years of slavery, hardcore slavery, and after that period of time, destruction. And they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord had spoken it. So Esau going to be completely destroyed. It had nothing about why it have to be all, why it can't be some. The Most High say Esau, which pertains to the entire nation, is going to be completely destroyed. They say will have none remaining after that period of time. They will have to pay first for what they did, and then after that they will have none remaining of them. Thus saith the Lord. You understand? A man of faith knows that. It have nothing like it will be some, or why you can't just forgive them. No, it have nothing like that. You understand? Any fool ever asks something like that, ask them why it is Esau still killing out your people today. Why did they let it go? Anyway, with that, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. Shalom.